Hi guys, time to organize some stuff. I'll show you what we're starting out with. This is the shape of our bedroom right now. We have a dog bed. We have a ton of photo frames because I just can't get enough of making graphic-y kind of typography kind of things. We have a basket full of, on top we have disposable diapers and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of little activity things, crafty things, stuff I pick up and then just don't take the time. I have time, right, at some point, but just haven't taken the time to organize and figure out where they should actually go. So I need to combine some of these things with some things that are in a front closet that is really super scary. And figure out what we're all doing. This is a little activity that goes with a children's book. Diaper changing station. Here we go, guys. Oh boy. Something must be done. Okay, I just started out by taking out everything that's been getting shuffled through recently and kind of made into a mess. A lot of this is little activities for my granddaughter, paper products, stuff like that I need to figure out and go through. So that cleared all that out. I need to take all the games out at another time and sort through them. This is just some more little card game kind of things, and this is pencils, push pins. These are some game things. It's a huge thing full of dice. Uh-oh.
I wasn't looking where I was going.
Oh, what's new? I wasn't looking where I was going. This is full of dice. We play a game where everyone needs like 10 of them, although we haven't played for a long time. Anyway, this is some school books that are not currently in use. I've gone through and sold a bunch, but we still have them. And paint back there. Sorry, you can't even see in here, and that's one of the problems. I wish these closets had lights in them. Anyway, I found this little puzzle in here that I had kind of forgotten about. It's a little bear, and then it has different little faces and tops and bottoms. Oh my goodness, Rylan would love this, and I forgot it was in there waiting for her. Anyway, lots of stuff to sort through and figure out how I'm going to organize it to be able to pull it out for her to do. So there's kind of a rotating effect going on rather than just having everything out all the time, and it's just kind of overwhelming and confusing for those little ones. Well, for anyone really, but especially for the little ones. Gotta really simplify, just have a couple activities out at a time. Just going through this box of markers and testing them, finding all kinds of stuff that need to go other places, just chucked in here. And here's the marker graveyard. Yeah, if you don't make the cut, you're out. See, this stuff was just very unsatisfying if you're trying to use markers, so they're goners. Thought I'd better pull this one out too. Another little wooden box full of brand new pencils. Fire department pencils from my husband. Go through this and try to organize, put everything together somewhere here. I decided to enlist the help of some toilet paper tubes. I just cut them down to about the level of the box. That one not quite, but and markers are in them and outside of them. But what I was trying to accomplish is all the markers not laying down flat in this section, because then you can't even see what's in there. I'll probably put one more in there when it becomes available. But yeah, it's just to help hold them up. And like I said, they can be inside the tubes or outside the tubes, doesn't matter. They don't take up very much space. Just helping everything stay upright and a little more available. Oh man, I don't feel like I'm getting very far. Little junk, going through it always takes longer, and I didn't even realize I was going to be doing that, but it is nice to have it done. This basket was in that long box, just full of all the dead markers and stuff, and it's still kind of a junk collect-all, but I don't know what else to do with that stuff. I went through some of the toys, the stuff that is extra right now. It's going to be back behind because we won't be pulling it out. Here's some sheet protectors. Here's a whole bin of staples and paper clips and brass brads, stuff like that. The glue gun, which we use quite often, and colored pencil. And speaking of glue guns, I pulled one out because I found this little bear that I had glued on here to kind of feed the bear pom-pom activity, and it popped off with regular glue. So I'm going to try some hot glue. Riley, my granddaughter, really liked that. We'll give him another go. There he is, all reinforced with hot glue. I think that will hold him down for a bit while she feeds him little pom-poms. She really loves that. Okay, well, besides having a few things that need to be put elsewhere, da-da-da, this little basket for my granddaughter, a bunch of Beanie Babies and different toys she likes to play with. This is a little bag that a sheet set came in, and I stick little toys in there. She loves pulling them out and seeing what there is and putting stuff back in. Just some toys to change out. And here's some other toys and her little fruit basket she likes to play with. This is just a little matching. There's two of each little plastic animal in there. I don't know that she's really gotten the concept of matching yet, but we just bring it out to introduce it once in a while. There's a bunch of little things in here. Counting up to 3. I don't know where my number 1. There he is. 1, 2, 3. There's different sets of things and different, about 4 different little activities in there, just using 1, 2, and 3. So I can pull that out. This are pattern blocks, and there's enough blocks in here. There's only 3 cards in here because she's only 1.5 years and don't want to overwhelm. But there's enough blocks in there to set up all 3 of the cards at the same time. It's a little activity. There's several little different activities in here. This is just a pill box with pom-poms. She has loved this, just putting them in and out and throwing them all over and finding them all, whatever. There's just little plastic animals in here. It just pulls out. And I change, whoops, excuse me. I change the animals in there once in a while. There's dinosaurs right now. And different little activities. This is sticks and pom-poms. She loves poking through those holes. There are just a few Jenga blocks in here, learning to stack them up and do a little building. There are just 4 of those cube blocks in there, just putting them in. That's really simple for her, but she has enjoyed that. There's a bunch of other things that I can make, different activities for her in the future. Some pencil case bags to make little busy bags. You just gotta keep switching it up, I feel like. Keep them interested. So, and rather than keeping so many of these containers, since I had a few extra, and these guys too, the Lay's containers, rather than keeping so many of them, I've just started keeping some extra lids. These are from drink mixes from Aldi. We get our peach tea and lemonade mixes in these, and these are really great little busy box containers for them. But rather than having a billion of the containers, because like I said, I'm not going to have all these activities out at the same time anyway, I just started saving lids so that I can cut different shapes in them or just keep them plain and just switch out the activities. Dump this in a Ziploc or put it back where it goes or use it in a different manner. Anyways, closet. This was really putsy. Going through some things. Oh, just this box of paper, unreal. We just all mixed together, and it was in some of it was in another bag from carrying it back and forth to Minnesota. Anyways, in the back are some extra notebooks and filler paper and graph paper and tracing paper. And this is all the construction paper, which at this point is basically scraps. After, I don't know, 20 some years of homeschooling and having kids around for almost 28 years. But anyway, there are a few fresh sheets in there. So I just got to go through and say, oh man, what's this doing here? This goes there. And so I got to put stuff away. It just makes life so much less frustrating when someone is trying to just find something. You know, stuff gets taken out and maybe doesn't get put back just quite right. And I don't know, I try not to harp on that too much. I do ask people to put away when they're done. I'm like, you can do whatever you want, you know, just clean up after yourself. Sometimes it just needs organizing to make life more accessible and less frustrating for everyone, really. Because if people can find things, they're not saying, hey mom, where's this and that and the other thing. This took quite a while, but I'm really glad to have it done. And yeah, I still need to do those games. So glad that I went through all these little toy thing activities and all the markers and paper and clips and staples and all that junk. It just gets so messed up after a bit. But anyway, once again, one of those jobs you don't want to start, but when you start it, it's actually kind of interesting. Like, oh, where'd this thing come from? I don't even know what this is. Yeah, these little scissor things, there's 2 pair of them in there. I'm like, I have no clue. But anyways, so just another one of those projects that's so nice to have done. Hi, the back end of myself. Wow. So yeah, I really encourage you to dig in and organize. It always seems like it's gonna be worse in a way mentally than it is, because like I said, it's kind of interesting when you get started. And it really wasn't that. It's not like it's backbreaking, it's just kind of putsy, but it's just so nice to have done. Always remember to have fun while you're doing it. Guess I can close that door for now. I know, I gotta do the games. And then there's door number 2.